Flour plays an important role in the texture and flavor of cookies, and you may have wondered whether you should use bleached or unbleached flour for cookies. It is an important ingredient that you can't leave out, as it would ruin your cookies. Unbleached versus bleached flour. All-purpose flour comes in both bleached and unbleached. Technically, all flour is bleached, but it is the process of how it is done that sets them apart. Each of them has its benefits, as they work differently in different recipes. Bleached and unbleached flour has nearly identical nutritional values. They contain the same number of calories, carbs, fat, protein, and fiber. Both kinds of flours are generally enriched with folate, niacin, vitamin B6, and thiamine. Unbleached flour. It is bleached naturally, as it ages over time after it has been milled. It is off-white in color, as it dulls as it continues to age by being exposed to oxygen. Unbleached flour also has a denser grain than bleached flour. Unbleached flour is typically more expensive than bleached flour because it takes longer to produce. Since it has a denser texture, it adds more structure to baked goods. This makes it ideal for yeast bread, pastries, éclairs, and cream puffs. It often has no, or very few, additives mixed into it. Bleached flour. It uses bleaching agents such as benzoyl peroxide and chlorine gas to speed up its aging process. Due to the bleaching agents, bleached flour is a finer grain with a softer texture than unbleached flour. Foods made with bleached flour are soft, with more volume, and a brighter color than foods made from unbleached flour. Bleached flour is typically used for baking cookies, quick bread, pancakes, muffins, and pie crusts. Should you use bleached or unbleached flour for cookies? Many people opt to use bleached flour for making cookies. Since it has a finer texture and absorbs more liquid, it is a good choice for cookies. It also gives cookies a soft, chewy texture. In addition, bleached flour is cheaper and generally more readily available than unbleached flour. However, since both have a medium level of protein, they can be used to make cookies. The best way to measure flour. No matter if you decide to use bleached or unbleached flour, it is important to properly measure your flour. Too much flour and your cookies will be thick and tasteless. Too little flour and your cookies will not stay together. When measuring flour for cookies, it can be tempting to simply use the measuring cup to scoop the flour out of the bag. However, this can result in up to 30% more flour than the recipe calls for. The best way to measure flour is by using a kitchen scale. If you don't have a kitchen scale, the next best way to measure out your flour is by using a spoon and knife. Simply scoop the flour into the measuring cup by using a spoon. Once it is full, use a knife to level it off, making sure you don't pack it down and get too much flour. If you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe.